Wrong un! Hello, YouTubers. Hello, world. Back again with another video. Back again to delve into the theatre of the mind. If you've ever listened to late night radio in Great Britain, you may have listened to Scottie McClue, that late night legend. You may have heard the Flashing Blade, Alan Robson in the Northeast, Clive Bull, James Stanage the King, James Whale, Alan Beswick. There are numerous names that trip off the tongue because these men were supremely talented and giants of late night radio across the UK. And I'm sure you may have listened to one or two or three of them on your travels or at home. I did late night radio in the Northeast, South Wales, East Midlands, loved every second of it. But a long time ago, when the late night phone-in was king, the characters said it all. There's an old truth, which is, if you knock on someone's door, you'll always find a story. And people would call the late night phone-ins in their thousands just to tell their story. Might have been funny, might have been sad, might have made you laugh, might have made you cry. But call in they did. And they always, hello Adrian, I'm a first time caller. Wonderful. Because that was testimony. If you got first time callers, it was testimony to how many people were listening and how many people wanted to be part of it. How many people wanted to be engaged by the presenter and the listeners. And you always had that water cooler moment the day after where people at work or at home would talk about, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear that? The audience, this sceptred isle over, loved a late night phone-in. So when I was in South Wales, there were some supreme moments of magic. And we had characters. If you listened then, you'll know Barmy Dave, the Brumai, Roger Augustus. There definitely was never two Roger Augustuses, if that's the correct pronunciation. Wonderful characters that made people smile. Although Roger did have an argument or two, a very clever argument sometimes. But Barmy Dave, brilliant. And then there was a guy called Mal. And we were possibly the first phone-in the country to put two callers on air at the same time. You would have people call in and go, hello, Adrian, I'm a first-time caller. But then other people would want to get in on the act. And Roger always wound people up. Roger Augustus, one of the greatest late-night radio characters, the theatre of the mind, always had a point. Until, of course, Mal decided to tackle Roger and get into his ribs. Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, your delectation, and hopefully a smile, I give you Roger and Mal. Talking about man talk.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
I heard talk about what Peter Lilly's speech on marijuana.
Yes.
And before I do, it's also to do with marijuana that I've never heard mentioned, and this is facts, that marijuana is actually really a great sex enhancer. And I'm thinking back sort of many years ago when I did occasionally use it, and I found that it could really, really prolong sex in a natural way. There wasn't any dangers involved like Viagra that can affect the heart or oysters that are really sickening. And
it only lasts longer, Roger, because you go a little bit more slowly at it.
Rog?
Yeah, hello?
Are you listening?
Yeah.
Rog,
Yeah.
you said you never climaxed.
No, I said that I don't often achieve what I'd call the 100% climax.
The ultimate climax is to make the girl climax with you at the same time.
Yeah, but that's a mental thing, isn't it?
It's not a men thing. It's
but
a
what
thing
about
you do if you're in love with somebody.
What about if she's faking it?
Oh, what do you mean faking it?
Well, lots of
You
women
can't
do.
fake it.
Well, lots of
Women
women
can't fake it. You know, if you're a man, you
can't
know
know.
if a woman is faking it or not.
No, you can't know.
Oh, hang on now. So you telling me now the last woman you went with faked it?
You
The way
can't
you
know
talk on the
whether a
radio,
woman faked it or
obviously
not.
she did.
She'd have to be a very poor actress. Many
Rog,
women do.
yeah, I don't think you've ever made a woman come in her life.
Yeah, but how do you know you have?
Pardon?
Well, they might be
You want
telling
to talk
you
to
they
my
have,
wife?
but it doesn't mean to say they have.
I'm telling you, talk to my wife.
Yeah, but you can't.
You want
You're
to talk
not
to my
them, are you?
girlfriends? Rog, listen. You have never ever in your life had a woman.
Well,
The
of
way
course
you
I
speak.
am. I'm married.
You married?
Yeah.
So put your wife on the phone now.
Well, she's in bed now.
Rog,
Yeah.
do you know who you were talking about?
I know what I'm talking about.
Do you?
Yes.
So what's your wife doing now?
Well, she's asleep.
She's asleep.
Yeah.
So what, do you shag her before you went to sleep or what?
No, but we're not going into.
No, we are doing
how
that, Rog.
often-
Did you
what
shag her
I'm
before she
talking
went to
about-
sleep?
What I'm talking about is different levels of orgasms in the male.
Did you shag the wife before she went to sleep?
No, I have not.
You haven't?
No.
So you're not a man then?
Well, there you
Mine
are.
is
Have
here,
you?
stood by the table now. In 5 minutes, I'm
Well,
going to
she's
shag her, and she will go to sleep.
Yeah, well, she'd
And
probably
she
be
will
grateful
orgasm.
to go to sleep with that attitude. What about if she doesn't come?
Roger!
Yes?
I don't think you could fuck a pig. Bye-bye.
Well, I've seen that in a magazine. You're a farmer, man.
Sorry, Miles, God, Roger, but oh, my ribs are aching
Definitely
so
a
much.
farmer.
Oh God! I tell you what, Roger. There are times when you really brass me off, but I've got to give it to Mal. Oh, Mal, that was so funny, man. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Roger, but me and the Studman were absolutely wetting ourselves for about 5 minutes there. Yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
You're not Jaffa by any chance, are you?
Jeff? No.
No.